And you're welcome back to the programme. It's coming up on 6:49. Well, this time every week we're joined by Alan Jordan of Bookbuzz, and they're the people who use business books so you can make better decisions in your boardroom. Morning, Alan.
Morning, Ian. How are you?
I'm pretty good. We had a great title this week, The 2020 Workplace by Jean Meister and Carrie Williard. What's this about?
Yeah, I suppose, Ian, if you look at 10 years ago, Google was operating out of a garage, Apple was on the skids, and the founder of Facebook was in high school. So trying to project forward for the next 10 years to see what the workplace is going to be like for those of us that have jobs. The interesting thing that the two women have done in this book is that they've used a global survey, one asking 2,200 working professionals what they want from their employers, and the other asking 300 employers how they are preparing for the future. So it's not just a kind of stab in the dark to find out what the future is going to be. This is based on real evidence, real information. And some of it actually ties in what Trevor just covered on their own survey in Ireland in relation to employment needs.
One of the things I suppose they point out to it, and it's technology, is your mobile phone, your smartphone is going to be everything.
Yeah, I mean, and some of this is when you look at the information, what they're predicting is saying, yeah, you can see that's going to be the case. So your mobile device, I mean, currently it's your office, it's going to be your classroom because your online training, the app that your company has developed for you is going to be on it to tell you how to work and where all your services and benefits are from. It's going to be your concierge. And I suppose the mobile technology in the next decade is going to be similar to what the computer has been for the last 10, 20 years for us. So yeah, it has a huge change for how we operate.
And for those people looking for jobs in future, you won't be just replying to a classified ad in the back of a newspaper. You will start recruiting on a social network site.
Yeah, and I mean, I think there's a lot of common knowledge about that and you're trying to explain to the current generation, Generation Y, that you've got to be very careful what you put up on Facebook, because really that's how a huge amount of the recruitment's going to be done. Your reputation capital is going to be king, and all that information that's posted up there about you, the sites that you're a member of, how you interact with people, all forms an opinion when people go to look to recruit people. And in actual fact, I would say even Morgan McKinley there and Trevor's, that they're looking at how you recruit online. People are sending in YouTube videos. You're dealing with virtual interviews. So the whole interview cycle, that would be, from a traditional point of view, going in, interview, sitting down, it's changing completely.
Yeah, and how we work and where we work will also change. I mean, the prospect, I suppose, we've talked about the virtual office, people working from home. Now we're going to work from third locations, coffee shops, customer sites, hotels, to save money on property. And
well, we can already see that. If you go to any city centre hotel around Dublin, that any of them has Wi-Fi. I mean, the lobby is just covered in people who are having business meetings or are spending half an hour before they go on to a meeting. So these facilities are already used. You know, it's also interesting too, just remember yesterday VW have banned email in their organisation for half an hour before people go to work and half an hour after they leave. And there's a survey that AOL do each year, and it's on email addiction. And 67% of respondents admitted to reading and surfing their email while in their pyjamas. In fact, I was amazed that 67% of the population still wear pyjamas. But anyway, so the work-life balance is really going to be around work-life flexibility, because, work just is rolling into what you do at home as well. And that's some of the trends that they can see. Some of the other interesting ones as well is that, and particularly would have covered this before, is that I think Ron asked this before, that do you play World of Warcraft? I mean, there is the whole gaming industry, people who play games have been identified as a way for organizations to spot and really look after real talent, because one, they have real ability for promoting collaborative problem solving, they can deal with constant changing data, and they can manage culturally diverse and virtual teams. So in actual fact, if you're a good gamer, you're probably quite a good job to get jobs in the new world economy. Now,
one of the things I looked at this as, if you're going to be a future chief executive, you're going to have to mix with the little people on the shop floor. You're going to have to start blogging and also just get to know them a little bit better.
Well, that's right. I mean, I think in our day it was called by management by walking about. So, you know, blogging, Twittering, but the newer generations want to believe that they can hear from an authentic voice, not some spin that's been produced by a PR person. So if you need to engage with your client, because you need to build up trust. So it's an ongoing challenge, particularly for the type of generational people, because you've got traditionalists, baby boomers, Generation X and Generation Y, and you now have potentially five generations of people working in the workplace, and they all operate slightly differently. You've got to learn how to train, develop, and get them to work with one another.
What's this one, you'll elect your leader? Surely we're not going to have any democracy in 2020.
Yeah, no, this is great. I mean, some companies, there's a company called W.L. Gore and Associates in the US, and that's exactly what they do. They allow their staff to elect the leader on the basis of how he interacts, how they think he performs, how the share price is doing. So next week, the company staff elect the leader of the organisation. So there you go. You've got a big chance here in Newstalk, Ian.
Well, hopefully the listeners will vote in, and say I should be running the show. Alan Jordan from BookBuzz, thank you very much for coming in this morning. That book, The 2020 Workplace by Jean Meister and Carrie Willard. It sounds fascinating. Cheers, Alan. Now, let's find out what's been